Welcome, welcome. Hope everyone is doing well. We're going to go ahead and get things set up here, my friends. We're going to get on into it. So, whenever I get everything set up, we're going to be going over a bit of severe weather that we are expecting here over the next couple of days. So, we're going to be live here to talk about that threat and everything like that here in a moment. I did finally clean my computer screen. I got all the paint off of it, so it doesn't look as bad as it once did, but she's a lot better now. But what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing good. Let me go ahead and add the thing in the chat real quickly. And I think we're good. Yep, we're good. All right, what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. So we do got ourselves a bit of severe weather coming up here. This will be coming up for, let's see here. Well, not today. Today we have a little bit of a marginal risk out there. Just a little shot for a couple of storms for today out there in the dark green areas here. Nothing too big for tonight. No tornadoes, just a little bit of gusty winds, some small hail out there like in southeast Kansas and southwestern Missouri. Nothing too big. Let's see. What's up, Cheese? What's up, Nicole and Jeff? Hope you're doing good, my friends. Glad to have you here. So then we hop over to tomorrow. Now, tomorrow we are not expecting much. No tornado threat. Very little hail threat. 5% chance up there towards North Dakota. But we do have a wind threat going down there towards central and western Nebraska. Also out there towards western South Dakota. Portions along, it's kind of hard. Basically, everywhere in North Dakota except the southeastern side, it has a 5% risk out there. Portions out there around like northeastern Wyoming, eastern Montana, and a little sliver of northwestern Minnesota. Now, here's the thing, guys. Tomorrow, when it comes to it, we are going to have ourselves a live stream that we typically don't do on the channel. So we're going to do ourselves a hangout live stream tomorrow since severe weather is not expected to be anything super crazy. So tomorrow we're going to be playing a storm chasing game on this channel. Just a little bit of a hangout stream for everybody. Every single week or two, every week or every other week, we're going to start doing, hangout streams. So just to get you guys, just get to know you guys a little more, and plus so we can hang out whenever weather's not super always crazy, because usually when I see you there's some bad weather, so so I want to see you guys more often even without bad weather. So we'll do that. What's up, Crystal? Welcome to Tropical Storm Team. Thank you so much for the membership. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing good, Crystal. Hope everything is well with you. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Anyways, but yeah, so that's tomorrow's risk. Day after tomorrow, we got ourselves a slight risk. Now we start to get in the pretty big realm of severe weather once we hit Saturday. Saturday we're gonna definitely need to be weather aware out there. We are watching areas out there along central and eastern North Dakota, northeastern South Dakota, portions. A lot of Minnesota actually is at risk here for Saturday. Along the all the way from the south all the way up north to the northwestern. Literally the entire state, I should say, of Minnesota is in the risk for severe weather, with the greatest being in the southern and central and northwestern sides. Majority of it's in the slight risk. Severe weather will be possible on Saturday as far southeast as northwestern Indiana, as far south as northeastern Missouri, and as far west of northeastern portions of Montana. So anywhere in the dark green, as well as anywhere in the yellow, especially the yellow, that's the greatest shot for severe weather coming up here for Saturday. So just a bit of a heads up for you guys out there, as that will be a bit of the concern overall. Anyways, so then we work our way over here into Sunday. Now Sunday is going to be another day of severe weather out there for you folks. As you can actually see out there towards like central southern Minnesota, northeastern Iowa, northern portions of Illinois, northwestern Indiana, and a lot of Wisconsin. We got another risk out there coming up for Sunday that we're gonna need to watch out for. But that's not all, my friends. We work our way over into Monday. We got another risk on Monday. Look at that, out there by basically southern Minnesota, southern Wisconsin, central and northern portions of Iowa, northern Illinois, and northwestern Indiana. We got ourselves, yet again another day of severe weather. So you guys are going to be in some heat for the next basically pretty much this weekend into early next week. Areas out there in the upper Midwest is going to be at risk here regarding severe weather overall. So that's that. What's up, Scott? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to have you here. Hope everyone's doing well. But then after that, yeah, there's nothing else following that. But we do have ourselves a bit of an active period coming up here regarding severe weather for the upper Midwest areas here, starting Saturday. Hopping over to the tropics, we got one system. Now, I ain't too concerned about this one. Haven't talked about it. Don't plan on talking much about it because the chances of this thing development is near 0%. It's an upper level trough, upper level winds. Upper level circulation up there. This is not really a concern. Honestly, I don't even know why they listed it, to be quite frank with you. Because, like I mentioned, yeah, this is an upper level trough here. Let me bring up our weather models and we'll show you guys a little bit more closer view of that storm. Yeah, let's just go to US view. Should be able to see it a little bit more. So let's start at surface level, or near surface. 850 millibar range. You can see in the southeast, not a whole lot. You see a little bit of a resemblance, maybe of a little trough out there. But yeah, let's hop to upper level winds here. You can see that this is mostly an upper level trough here overall. So this is mostly an upper system, not really anything too concerning, to be honest with you. What's up, Double Rose? Hope you're doing good. Hope everyone's doing well. Like I said, glad to have you all here for today. But yeah, so that's kind of the jet stream pattern we're following right now. So we got that really big blocking ridge up there in the southwestern U.S. Now that's leading us to a bunch of warm conditions out there. We're seeing a ton of hot conditions out there. We have the jet stream kind of rolling north in the upper Pacific Northwest. This is going to be as we go through the Pacific Northwest into the plains, we have a trough. So there's a dip in the jet stream. That was from, actually, that was another storm system after Beryl. Beryl is long gone at this point, thankfully. Finally gone. That was a system we've been tracking forever, seems. Let's see here. What's up, Kelly? What's up, Zagib? Hope you're doing good, my friend. What's up? Let's see. Ecution? Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I'm sorry. Saying greetings from Canada. What's up? Hope you're doing good. What tool is this? It's a website I use, weather.cod.edu. It's just a page that displays weather models. Should be taken lightly. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically what's going on. Now, as we approach our way here, like I was mentioning, the upper Midwest is kind of in the concern right now. For a lot of the upper Midwest states, like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois. You guys are going to need to be weather aware over the next couple of days now. This will be starting on Saturday. Okay, like I said, this is going to start Saturday. It'll linger through Sunday into Monday. Severe weather. Yep. So we're going to have to be watching out for some severe thunderstorms. Let's go ahead and work our way down a little bit here in time. Let's see here. Yeah, so you can actually see overall we do have that instability building in here for Saturday. This is 21 Zulu. This is basically like afternoon going into evening hours overall. But, we do got a pretty solid amount of instability that builds into to portions of Minnesota. Now looking at the kinematics on the storm regarding its lower level wind shear. Right as storm fires off, according to GFS, it's nothing enhanced. Nothing super wild on the lower level winds. So if we did get tornadoes, which we'll have to dive into it more, but if we did, they would likely be brief given a low end jet like that. Typically, you need a lot stronger lower level winds if you want anything crazy. So at least for Saturday here, this lower level jet pattern would support the possibility for a couple tornadoes, but I'll have to dive more into that. But yeah, typically if it would be pretty small. Like I was saying, instability out there. We're going to have a pretty fair amount, actually. Models GFS is picking up near 4,000 joules per kilogram. If we hop over to NAM, which is a mid-range model, this one takes it a bump higher, showing our mixed layer instability up here, possibly in the 5,000 range. So when it comes to it, man, you know, there's a pretty solid amount of like I said, instability out there. So that's you know, that is that. So there's energy. Low level winds, nothing too significant. Mid level wind shear. Also this, let's see, is that like a little MCS or something forming there? NAM shows a little amplification and mid level shear out there towards the central kind of northern portion of Minnesota. So that could be a part of a MCS. Yeah, you can see that pocket of Cape there. Shows a storm firing off there up in northern Minnesota. This is for basically late Saturday overall. Definitely is an environment that could be capable of, you know, yeah, look at that. Wow. Yeah, so NAM, the model we're looking at here, NAM shows an amplified lower level jet, unlike what the GFS showed us. You know, GFS showed us about like, what was it, 25 knots lower level shear, which that would, you know, that'd probably give us maybe a weak, brief tornado. But NAM is amplifying that wind shear out there towards that southern MCS. I think it's wanting to try developing here around 40, maybe 45 knots in some areas there. So, you know, lower level wind shear is a little bit more of a gamble here on this model. Yeah, let me pull up precip, simulated reflectivity. Oh, yep, there it is. It's exactly what it is. It's an MCS. Yeah, NAM shows that firing here pretty late, actually. Yeah, just, you know, after 21 Zulu. That'd be sometime in the late afternoon, early evening or so. Let's see what other models have to show. Here's NAM 3K. Yeah, NAM 3K doesn't show that really happening. Let's see, yeah, so this is going back in time here. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop back to the beginning of the model. So right around now, today is the 12th. So this shows at 0 Zulu, which is, it's already past 0 Zulu, so 02 Zulu. So according to this model, there should already be some storms out there. Let me check and see if we got any storm activity. I'm gonna go ahead and reset that view. Yeah, I'm really curious to see if we got anything going on out there. Radar, we'll do next rad display here. Let's go ahead and just get all those radars popping. But yeah, according to the models, we should already have some storms out there. Let's see, yeah, look at that. We got a couple little showers up there popping throughout you know, areas like western, I think western, you know, North Dakota. And also western South Dakota. Got a couple storms out there as well firing. So yeah, no, that lines up. Yeah, a couple storms tonight. Nothing big though. You know, obviously we're running out of fuel since it's turning nighttime. You know, we don't have enough energy. Probably that cap builds in, I'm assuming. But then of course we approach for tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. We're gonna start to get that convection. That diurnal heating kicks in. So basically, whenever the sun heats things up, basically, things will start to kick off there. Yeah, wow, look at that. So this is actually pretty late tomorrow night, actually into Saturday morning here. Look at that. According to this model, you know, the NAM 3K shows an MCS potential. Just kind of a big block of storms rolling through throughout portions of eastern North Dakota and areas out there towards like Minnesota and stuff, which is interesting. What's up, Misty? Where's this for? This is for the upper Midwest. We've been seeing some severe weather coming up for the Great Lakes. Yep. So that's where we need to be weather aware over the next couple of days. Let's go ahead and hop on back here to the Storm Prediction Center here. Let's go ahead and get a new update for you guys. So once again, yeah, tonight, yeah, they're not even in a severe threat up there. Like I said, we got a couple beams of convection along the upper plains here. But yeah, just a thunderstorm threat. Couple isolated severe tonight possible up in southeastern Kansas, southwestern Missouri, even like southern Arizona. That we get a little marginal, which will be pretty nice if we can get some storms out there, especially that western side. You know, out in these areas here, dude, it's been really hot. really hot. So hopefully that rain will help cool things down a bit. Anyways, yeah, so moving into tomorrow. Tomorrow, nothing big, just a little marginal, just a little bit of a marginal threat going all the way throughout portion of Nebraska, North South Dakota. Also out there, a little bit of northwestern Minnesota is at risk out there. No tornadoes, just a potential for some gusty winds out there. So basically where the brown is, you got a 5% chance for damaging wind gusts. We're basically talking like, some wind gusts up to, 60, maybe 70 mile an hour wind gusts possible. So a couple of gusts. Now, this is not sustained, this is gusts. Could be possible out there. And of course, hail. We got a little isolated hail threat just for the state of North Dakota as of right now. So, yeah, tomorrow, a couple isolated storms. Once again, this is low end scale. This is marginal, which is the lowest severe threat. Still potential for a couple strong storms, but a couple severe storms, but nothing out of nothing super crazy, basically. Yeah, so then we work our way into Saturday. Like I said, Saturday is whenever all the fun's going to begin. So we got Saturday here, got a big old slight risk up there for portions along like central and eastern North Dakota, northeastern South Dakota. Obviously, Minnesota's got a lot of yellow in it. Western Wisconsin and northern Iowa, a little sliver up there. This is a slight risk, level 2 threat. There is no breakdown quite yet for the probabilities, ranging tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, but assuming what the models were showing us, we could have not really any significant tornado threat, so don't let that, I don't think that's going to be a concern. Significant tornadoes. I think there could be an isolated tornado or two, probably here for Saturday. Which on hopping back to models here, given the fact that, as we approach our way into late Saturday here, models, depends on which one you look at. Let's try the HRRR here. It doesn't go out quite that far. It's getting there, but it does show a couple, maybe a discrete cell coordinate HRRR. We're going to wait for models to kind of catch up to that time frame, but like NAM, we'll zoom into, you can kind of see an MCS forming out there for late Saturday, which if you take a look at the lower level winds out there, with this MCS, we could have some amplified lower level jet activity out there. We're talking maybe 30 knots of lower level shear, 850 millibars. So that's, I think that's like roughly 4,000 feet, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure it's right up around 4,000 feet. So very, very, very important for tornado genesis is that those inflow winds, basically what we're measuring here. So yeah, 850 millibar, lower end, lower altitudes, which is very important for the inflow of those tornadoes. That warm, nutrient-rich air, I should say moisture-rich air. That, the stronger the winds, the more impact it is. Which, lower level shear of this magnitude, if we did reach 30 knots, we could have a couple tornadoes for sure. I think that's a possibility. We do got that trough there. The MCS is basically an area of low pressure. You can see the jet stream kind of dipping under it and going up. So on that northerlies, that's where that tornado possibility is probably going to remain. Like I was mentioning, instability, we got a lot of fuel. You can see that big pocket there from that MCS that develops according to this model. But in the inflow region here, we are talking a good 4,000 joules per kilogram. So a lot of instability out there, pretty good amounts. Mid-level shear, like I said, it's quite questionable. Nothing super wild. Mid-level winds out here, according to the model. If that MCS did form, could knock the environment maybe over 50 knots, which, around the environment, around the storm, we're talking maybe about 35 knots or so. So pretty, like I said, some pretty kind of low-end shear, honestly. Mid-levels, not anything super wild. So basically what that sums up to, so yeah, I think we could have some tornadoes. You can see in that inflow region near the STP, which stands for significant tornado parameter. Basically just a way we calculate potential for significant tornadoes. Values do seem to be kind of mid-range. Well, I don't think there's going to be an outbreak of tornadoes for Saturday. I think there could be a couple of tornadoes. Let's go and grab an atmospheric sounding here for the model. Oh, good. Pretty good photographs out there, actually. You see that curve? So you see how it looks like a hook? Yeah, so that's basically telling us, so this is north, this is south, this is east, this is west. Basically saying, starting at our lower atmosphere, which is in the pink, which starts at the surface, So this is ground level. This is aloft to 15 kilometers. So yeah, you can see the higher you go up, upper levels are blue, the lower levels are pink. So starting lower level, we're going about northeast around 10 knots is where it starts. And the winds change directions mid-altitude. You can see once we get up there towards the red, kind of lower, still kind of lower altitude, but a little higher above surface, we have a turn in that hodograph, in which that is, that's a possibility for some rotating storms we call supercells. So a little bit of supercell potential out there, of course. But yeah, so we got that kinematic structure we need. Once again, nothing significant. We do have that good veering. You can see on the lower level profile how we start. Surface is northerlies, and then you can see as we go up in elevation, about a kilometer or so, starting at surface level, winds are going north, and we go up a kilometer. That shoots us to the east. So the winds are going north into the surface. They shoot to the east, about a kilometer up, which really isn't that. Like I said, that's not that high. Kilometers really not that high up. So there's a violent shift in wind direction, as you can see. That would promote some some good inflow and overall some good tornadic potential. Storm motion vector, your right moving cells would be around 26 knots. So I don't think there's going to be a cell split type of event here. So what I mean by that is that sometimes storms start as one and they break off into two storms. So I don't think that's going to be the mode. Storm motion will be probably around like maybe 30 knots or so. So we'll likely be tracking east for the most part, on the event like that. But like I said, yeah, good amount of instability there on our Cape table. It shows, really no limitations there in thermodynamics. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent threat. Once again, not a tornado outbreak or anything like that. I don't think it's going to be an outbreak, but I think there could be a potential for a couple of tornadoes out there. Let's see here. NAM is known to overdo and low over shear. Well, yeah, it's NAM. I've given it the abbreviation for never accurate model. But you obviously got to take every model in consideration when forecasting. I don't like to be biased towards one model. Based off of years of experience. I've seen models have their highlights and have their downfalls. I have seen NAM play out very poorly before, and I've seen NAM play out very well before. And like I said, just comes down to checking out all the models, and what they agree on you keep, and what they disagree on you don't. Anyways, but yeah, so that's that. Once again, that's for Saturday, y'all. So once again, here's Saturday's risk from the Storm Prediction Center. Got a level 2 threat. Greatest potential for those severe storms for Saturday will be in the yellow out there towards central and eastern North Dakota overall. Let's see here. JG says you appeal to a former Navy weatherman. Wow. Well, dude, thanks for joining, and I appreciate you being here, man. And thank you for your service, dude. Seriously. Mad respect for that, bro. That's awesome. But yeah, so like I said, greatest potential is going to be there in the yellow. We have a possibility for a couple isolated severes in the dark green. Now, it's not something to ignore, even if you're in the lowest level. Even though it's a lower probability, there is a possibility, for a couple severe storms. Now, if you're wondering the light green stuff, this is just saying a couple thunderstorms are possible. Nothing too wild. But then the threat continues. And the Sunday, it's going to be a weekend threat for the upper Midwest. It's not just going to be one day. It's going to be like 3 days, actually. So like I said, here's Sunday's threat. There's no breakdown regarding probability. Well, I should say regarding probability for each mode, so that we don't have an exact percentage on, like I said, tornado probability or anything like that right now. But we do have a percentage overall for severe weather. And right now we're at 15% here for Sunday. Places that will likely be under the gun for some severe storms includes central and southern Minnesota, northeastern portions here of Iowa, as well as areas out there along most of Wisconsin. There you can see up there in upper portions of Illinois, out there by Chicago. Y'all could be at risk out there for severe weather, and a little sliver up there in northwestern Indiana too. So that's that. Want to check out day 4? Yep, I'm actually getting into that now, my friend. So this is actually no, this is day 4. Yeah, this is for this is here for Sunday, and like I said, we carry on into Monday. Not much of a difference in the risk. You can kind of see a little bit of a southward movement, but yeah, once again, man, as we roll our way into the Monday, starting a brand new work week, we got ourselves another shot out there towards like central and northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, southern Wisconsin, and like areas up there towards like northern Illinois and northwestern Indiana there too. So, like I said, it looks very similar, doesn't it? Looks very similar. So that's the overall verdict, regarding it. So those are your overall risks. Anything after that, by the way, predictability is too low. Nothing beyond that point in time. So just got to keep an eye on it, y'all. Coming up here for this weekend, obviously Saturday is when it's going to start. To roll through Sunday, go through Monday, and then after that, I think things might calm down a little bit. Let's go ahead and hop over to the overall picture here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out here. We're going to go to the U.S. view. I just want to go ahead and put some, to kind of show you all what's going on with this here overall. So whenever it comes to the system here, we do have ourselves a little bit of a trough you can kind of see right here. This comes in for basically late Saturday, 21 Zulu, that's around the afternoon hours, so afternoon, evening. We got a little shortwave trough up there, you see it. It's kind of hard to make out, it's just a little guy. This will produce a localized severe weather concern. Typically troughs and low pressure systems, could have enough amplified shear to allow for some tornadic activity. Given the way models are talking, like I was saying here for Saturday, I wouldn't be surprised if we have maybe a low-end tornado threat for Minnesota. Maybe low, mid-end tornado threat. I don't, like I said, I don't think it's going to be an outbreak, anything like that. The way models are talking, from what it looks like it could do, it's just form an MCS, we call it, which is basically just a big clump of a thunderstorm. Just a one big storm. And inside of that MCS, there could be maybe a couple tornadoes. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Like I said, we don't have an exact breakdown for Saturday quite yet, but tomorrow we'll have, tomorrow we're going to end up having an actual breakdown regarding probability. So we'll do another live stream and update you on that. You're welcome, Crossfire, no problem. What's up, Andrew? What's up, fellow Andrew? Hope you're doing good, man. Saying, sorry, just catching up what's going on. We got a couple days worth of severe weather coming up starting this weekend. Yep, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, out there in the upper Midwest. All over the rest of the country looking pretty good. Yeah, let's hop into upper air patterns here. We're going to switch over to 500 millibar. Let's see here. So for the most part, regarding right now, like I said, you can see we have a make sure I'm on the right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so you can see right now we do have a big area of big dome of high pressure, basically a big ridge over here in the west. This is allowing for those temperatures to be very, very hot. Overall, that is a bit of a, like I said, that is a bit of an issue for you guys. It's been very, very hot, very dry heat, low humidity. So I've seen some humidity values like around 10%, which is just, that's terrible. It literally dries you right up. So yeah, it's been pretty bad with that ridge in place. We've got a bit of a trough. This is behind Barrel. Barrel is already gone for the most part, but there was actually two areas of low pressure. The first one went up, which was Barrel, and then you had the second one that was there as well. So we do got a little bit of a trough motion here, not anything super wild. We work our way down in time here. We go more into zonal flow, so basically where the jet stream is just straight across for the most part. We do still have a little bit of a dip, but honestly, very, very mild, mostly zonal. But then we do get a little trough. You see a little short wave there? It's very hard to make out, but that little short wave there could cause a little bit of severe weather locally to that region up there in Minnesota. So that's where we need to pay attention to. That's for Saturday. We go into Sunday. Let's hop to GFS. Mid-range model cuts out there. Yeah, so there you go. So there's that little trough there for, let's see, going into Saturday. We work way down further in time, maybe even another little trough there for Monday, according to this model. You can kind of see there's another little dip, just slight little dip here. So, yeah, we're just kind of in a pattern here where it seems like severe weather is going to be quite possible over the next couple of days. Am I planning to play? Yeah, Rain, I'll be live on that tomorrow. Kelly says St. Louis fine for tonight. Yeah, St. Louis is good. We hop on back over here to severe weather for tonight. So, overall, St. Louis is in a general thunderstorm threat. So you can see out there, overall, we do have ourselves a potential for a couple isolated storms. So that's basically all that means. You're not expecting any severe weather tonight, which is good. Now there is an isolated pocket up in southwestern Missouri, your state, also southeastern Kansas. Now we got ourselves a little marginal level 1 severe weather threat for tonight. Nothing big, no tornadoes. Not expecting any of that tonight. Literally just maybe some small hail, possibly between 1 and 2 inches in diameter between there. And hail, maybe 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts here too could be possible. But yeah, overall nothing super wild. We also have another little marginal down here too. Once again, no tornadoes, just only a wind threat down there. So a couple gusty winds out of some storms. But yeah, no, you're good. Nothing crazy going on out there. Steven says, hello, good people. My town walk to news that the NWS has determined an EF0 tornado that hit my area. Wow. I'm glad you're all right, man. Yeah. Was it barrel related? Yeah, barrel. Holy cow, dude! That storm produced quite a show. Man, I tell you what, that hurricane was quite a fierce one. I mean, even though it was a Cat 1, she caused a lot of problems. Let's see here. Who's in the north? What do you mean, like where the risk is for the north? Yeah, tomorrow we got a little marginal here. Nothing big. Just a couple isolated storms. No tornadoes. Just a little bit of wind, maybe a little bit of hail. So that's that. Nothing big tomorrow. No need for coverage tomorrow. We will go in coverage mode here on Saturday, though. Saturday is going to need some coverage. We got a pretty good sized area. Severe weather possible. We got a little shortwave trough there, amplifying those lower level winds and all that. I think the main concern here. Let me pick another sounding out of that. I want to kind of determine a little bit more on what we're looking at here. So yeah, you can kind of see as we approach our way out there towards let's see here. It's Friday. Okay, let me go into Saturday here. Yeah, so you can see once we approach into Saturday, get that little. It's very hard to make out, but there's a little dip. Let me zoom into that area. Let's make this look a little bit more. I might need to zoom out a little bit more. Hold on. Maybe. Okay, that works. Yeah, so kind of an MCS forms according to NAM, which would allow for a little bit of a dip in the jet stream. We'll have to see how this plays out, because there is a little bit of disagreement. Like GFS here, GFS shows this playing out a lot different. Then as we approach into Sunday, we have a trough rolling through early. So yeah, there's still a bit of disagreement on it. Overall, let me go and hop back to NAM here. Hop over to simulated reflectivity there. Yeah, there you go. So you can kind of see it as a big blob. It's a big, like MCS type storm system that could form out there towards maybe central northern Minnesota here for basically late Saturday. Let me grab some of that inflow data. We're just going to grab a sample of the atmosphere ahead of the inflow. Curious to see what a atmospheric sounding shows on that. Wow, holy, that's a pretty solid sounding. So first of all, what I noticed is we got a hooking hodograph. Okay, you see how it looks like a fishing hook or a pirate hook? Yeah, so that's showing that there's some lower level veering. Basically in our lower atmosphere, you can see down there, those are our little barbs, our lower level barbs down there. So basically all you need to know, there's a lot of gibberish on here for people who's not really used to skew T-plots and just soundings in general. Down here, this is our surface level. Basically this is right where the ground is. So you can see these little barbs. They're going from south to north. So we're basically the little flags here, the little barbs. They're pointing away from where the wind is going. So well, basically, so the winds in this case, we have it pointing north. So the winds are going from the south to the north. So you can see they're going this way. So we got little barbs. They're pointing north, and we go up a short distance. I mean, we're talking a kilometer, and the winds change to the northeast. So you can see in the lower atmosphere, winds start off northerly here in the lower atmosphere, and then as we go up in altitude, they do end up, changing directions and eventually going east as you get more in the mid-upper level atmosphere. So basically, yeah, that's what the hodograph is plotting. It is plotting that veering there. So that that little curvature. Anytime you see a little bit of a hook, could indicate that there could be some good potential out there for some tornadoes. I got our storm slinky down there. This is a fun one. Looks pretty solid. Yeah, storm motion is going to be basically about like east, mostly eastward, maybe slightly southeast. Storm motion here, according to the kinematics here. But overall wind shear, profile here, we're not really breaking 30 knots. Upper levels, we get up to 35 knots, which, yeah, overall, this would still be considered a low shear environment. But, it's enough to get a couple tornadoes. Also, you can see there's a pretty good amount of instability out there. You can really see that cape. So cape is determined by the blue dotted line here and that red line. So the red line is your temperature over altitude. So we start off here at lower altitude. We go up 6 kilometers, 9, 12 kilometers, 15 kilometers. So we're looking at this from a side perspective, from a vertical standpoint. So as we go up in altitude, you can see our winds. They start off north on the ground level, and then they quickly change to go east, mid to upper level atmosphere. But yeah, so all of that. So between your dotted blue and your red, that is CAPE. All of this is convective energy, potential energy, and obviously, if we had a storm firing off, the storm would be buoyant, meaning that it would have an upwards movement if that parcel gets going. So basically, if a storm tries to initiate, it's going to have all of that instability to work with. So that parcel, that thunderstorm tower is going to rise up until it hits the equilibrium level, which is right here. Right there towards your tropopause. So storm tops would be roughly above 12 kilometers, according to a sounding like this. That's a pretty tall top storm. A storm like that could actually host some pretty high precipitable water values, which in this case we're seeing about 2 inches. Considering low wind shear, it's not super fast moving. I mean, it's moving. But, considering the fact that the wind shear is not extreme and we have high PW values, that could represent maybe some localized flooding because you get heavy rainfall from these tall stacked storms and they're not moving super fast. So that's a possibility. But yeah, so we'll be seeing storm motion right around like anywhere from like 20 to 30 knots, which, that's decent, but, still could be some flooding concerns, I think. Is there a cap in effect for Western Pennsylvania? We don't got nothing big going on, Johnny, for those areas anytime soon. Nothing severe. So, yeah, so you're good. Nothing severe going on out there. Regarding the cap or convective inhibition, yeah, let me look just to see. You said for Pennsylvania, right? So what day are you talking about? Don't got a whole lot. We got a little bit of instability building in out there for maybe Sunday. Looks pretty broken cap here too. Let me try sounding there for you, my friend. Let me look real quickly. Yeah, so very low wind shear. You can see out there on the wind barbs, we're less than 30 knots. We're yeah, honestly, nothing too big, man. Yeah, you might get a couple storms. Yeah, it's possible. But you're wondering about the cap. No, there's no cap in this at all. It's pretty. It's freely to convect, basically. Let's see here. What's up, Rainbow? Saying, hey, Andrew. Any weather to be aware of for southern Michigan this weekend? Well, first of all, welcome. Hope you're well. So we are watching a decent severe weather event starting here for Saturday. Saturday does not really include Michigan. Michigan's got a thunderstorm threat. Southern Michigan, pretty good. A couple thunderstorms can't be ruled out there for Saturday. So when it comes to it, yeah, nothing too big on Saturday. Moving into Sunday, we could get a couple storms out there by Sunday. You're not directly in a 15%, but sure, things can't be ruled out to where near Michigan could see a couple storms. So yeah, but the yellow areas are the main areas here as of now regarding severe weather potential for Sunday. But you're not directly in the 15%, so you're not really at risk yet. Same thing for even Monday. Yeah, Sunday and Monday's risks look very similar. Just Sundays is more higher up north, and then that threat goes a little further south from Monday. But yeah, so that's that. Let's see here. Just wanted, yeah, no problem, Johnny. Remo says, thanks, Andrew. Of course. Of course. I'm always here for you guys. Y'all know that. Better know that. Care about y'all. Want to make sure y'all are, well aware. But yeah, so anyways, but yeah, according to that, that first upcoming system here for Saturday, where was I at? Yeah, I'm going to use this one. Yeah, so up there for Saturday, there could be, this is actually for Friday. Friday, there's a good amount of CAPE there. Yeah, like that. That's for late Friday here, like 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Let's look at that lower. I don't think kinematics are really, yeah. Yeah, so this is for Friday. We do have a lower level jet around 20 knots. We do got ourselves a marginal, actually, up in some of the areas up here for Friday. But yeah, nothing super crazy expected for Friday. Mid-level shear is just non-existent. 20 knot southeasterlies. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Yeah, storms rise, they would immediately collapse on themselves and just die out. They're going to get choked out. So storms have an intake and exhaust like an engine. So your intake is the warm air on the surface, and that goes up in the atmosphere. There's no winds. Your storm is going to be completely vertical, right? So your storm is just going to be like straight up and down if there's no winds. Now, if you have winds in the atmosphere, that's going to allow for your storm to be tilted. So you want winds because that'll separate your updrafts and your downdrafts and your storms, and prevent them from killing itself. Because the way I'm thinking of it, all right, imagine this. Say if you connected your exhaust in your car to your intake, you think that would play very well? No, it would seize, and I mean, it wouldn't seize, but the engine would stop running, right? Because you're literally plugging your intake and your exhaust together, which just stops motion. So that's kind of how storms are in a way. Your intake is being that warm air, and your exhaust is being that cold air. And if you have no winds in the atmosphere, that's not going to arc your storms over. That's not going to allow for your storms to tilt, which would allow for your storms just to collapse. So that's kind of what what's going on there. Let's see here. What's up, Evan? Saying, tuning in from South Carolina. Is it going to start getting bad weather anytime soon? South Carolina is not expecting anything super significant. Severe weather-wise, yeah, all of our eyes right now, not on the tropics. All of our eyes right now. Here, let's pull this up again. All our eyes are up there towards the upper Midwest. Starting really starting Friday, but Friday's a pretty low end threat. Decent threat starts Saturday, goes into Sunday there, and then even Monday. I got that risk out there too. But for South Carolina and the Carolinas in general, no, we should be pretty good. Let's see. What about Sioux Falls, Iowa? Gotcha. South Dakota. Sorry, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Doing update. So for you folks out there, isn't Sioux Falls here? Let me double check on that. Me remembering my towns is not really the best. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's right. So yeah, Sioux Falls is down here. All right. So when it comes to it, Sioux Falls is not directly in the threat here for what is this Saturday? You're really on the edge of the marginal, but an isolated severe storm is possible. Yeah, I mean, it's theoretically possible, but you're not in the big stuff. The big stuff's probably going to be to your north. And of course, coming up here for Sunday, let's see. Yeah, Sunday you're good. You're east of you're west of the main threat. And of course, Monday, same thing. But yeah, I'd keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. You're close to the risk here, so things could easily change. Yeah, but the way it is right now, you're not directly in any really big threat other than that marginal we got. Let's see. What's up, Isabel? Hope you're doing good. Sam was watching from my Google Smart display a minute ago. Oh, interesting. What's up, Cody? Will it rain in Michigan? Oh, yeah, at some point. Sorry. I hate. I'm sorry. Yeah, so in Michigan, eventually, let's see here. Let's see when your next shot for rain is. Yeah, it could be a couple showers out there tomorrow. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, tomorrow. Depends on where, up in Michigan. Yeah, there could be a couple showers, maybe a couple storms. Nothing big, though. Once again, nothing severe, so don't need to worry about anything. Yeah, nothing too crazy, so you're good. I'm sorry. All right, let's see here. Weather's been crazy in some areas this year. Yeah, you ain't kidding on that one. Absolutely, it's been quite a season. Both Cracker Barrel, the hurricane we were tracking not long ago. That storm alone was crazy. Not just first hurricane this season, Cat 5, but also landfall in Texas and produce as many tornadoes as it did. Holy cow, man. We had over 100, I think it was like 110 tornado warnings. Isabel might be able to correct me on that one. But yeah, we had a lot. I think I heard somewhere that like 40 of them went confirmed. But once again, don't take that information to heart because I'm still not 100% sure on that. Let's see here. Let's see. I live in Houston. That Category 1 was nuts. I've been in Cat 4 before, and I've never seen the damage like this. Yeah, I mean that's why we tell you to underestimate or to never underestimate even low end hurricanes. Same thing with severe weather events, man. I mean, like I said, they might be low. You might be like, oh, it's just a Cat 1. No, that's not how you got to think about it. You got to be like, okay, well, I still need to prepare for the storm. Because, yeah, I mean, even Cat 1s, even tropical storms can be pretty devastating and pretty impactful. So, you got to treat all these guys. You got to treat them all serious, man, no matter their category. Obviously, the higher the category, the potentially worse the conditions could be. But even then, it's still a hurricane after all. It's still a tropical storm. There still is problems, with that. Yeah, Texas got slammed by that storm. Yeah, Barrow was no joke for sure. Let's see. What time are we hanging out tomorrow? Braven, we'll shoot for a live stream maybe around 8 o'clock, 8 Eastern. I'm gonna do that hangout stream on this channel. Like I said, we're gonna start doing that every week or every other week. So like I said, we're gonna be live here for hangout streams here on this channel too. I feel like it'll be good. But yeah, we'll keep it weather related though. We're gonna play a storm chasing game on here. So hang out with my fans and I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be good. I was sitting there thinking, it's like, we need to do some more engaging stuff here, and like I said, not just be live whenever bad weather's going on, because anytime you see me, you immediately assume that it's bad. I don't want to make it that way. I want to have some fun with you guys too. So that's what we're gonna start doing. Isabel says I was almost hit. Wow. I'm glad you didn't. See, I think in total over the 3 days there's around 200. Wow. I know your local weather service was scrambling. I saw a post where they had pizza afterwards, so that was pretty cool. I think it was sent from the other weather forecast. Wasn't it sent from like New Orleans? I think New Orleans has a weather service office. Yeah. So the other, I think it was New Orleans. Weather service sent pizza to Shreveport. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and scroll down to the latest chat here. Getting a little far behind the chat, so I'm going to scroll down. Sorry for the people's question I didn't get to. No, Evan, South Carolina's good. Matter of fact, actually, for Saturday, you can see we have a little light green area. Just means a couple boom booms are possible. A couple thunderstorms are possible. Nothing big, nothing severe, though. So you're good. You might get some storms on Saturday. Matter of fact, tomorrow you might even get a couple storms, too. Yeah, just coastal thunderstorm potential. Nothing, no biggie. Oh, yeah, rain. Yeah, I've played it a lot. It's pretty good. Isabel says, let's see here. They said they issued over 60 warnings. Wow. Man, they were on it, though. Props to them. They did their job unlike some other weather service offices we know. Not pointing names. Let's see. By the way, I'm a huge fan and I photograph storms. Oh, well, I appreciate that, man. Glad to have you here. Yeah, I've been doing some photography whenever I see a decent storm. See, I don't chase storms. Storms chase me. What's up, Judy? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, Isabel, you know exactly. Yeah, what a mess that was. Man, that was something else. Let's see. What about the weather coming up for East Tennessee? Good question. Yeah, we haven't talked about Tennessee in a while. So, tomorrow, yeah, East Tennessee's pretty clear. Not expecting anything going on there. Yeah, really, same for Saturday even, too. It looks pretty calm, actually. Let me pull up the big view here. We're gonna pull up models, actually. Let's pull up NAM. Never accurate. Me and TRG always used to say this was the never accurate model. But it has its ups and downs, essentially. Okay, so East Tennessee. Yeah, it didn't really show much going on out there. Let me pull up other parameters too. Like Cape. We got a little bit of instability out there for Saturday. Let's see. No wind shear though, dude. Probably no form of lift either for that either. So even though we have instability, there's other criteria that needs to be met, such as a source of lift, which is basically getting that warm air off the ground into the upper atmosphere. Stuff like that could be from surface convergence, winds converging at surface levels, terrain induced. There's a specific word for it. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there's basically where, warm air ramps off of mountains. And I know a lot of you guys actually out there in Tennessee. We got the Appalachian Mountains that even goes into eastern portions of Tennessee. But yeah, but I don't think there's gonna be much. I mean, even if a storm was able to fire off here for Saturday, it wouldn't be long lived at all, because that updraft would immediately collapse, and the updraft will start taking in some cold air from your exhaust or your downdraft. So immediately cancel out the storm activity. Let's see. The nuclear atomic model. Yeah, it can be. For sure, especially NAM3K. Especially NAM3K with tropical cyclones. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, okay, I'm going to say right off the bat, never take this seriously. Never in your life even consider using the NAM 3-kilometer model for tropical weather forecasting. Every single time it shows Cat 5. I'm not even joking. Not even joking. I've seen a Category 1 NAM, it was a couple years ago. There was a Cat 1, I think it hit I think it hit the Panhandle of Florida, if I'm not mistaken. Panhandle of Florida, Cat 1 landfall. I forgot what storm it was, but there was a NAM run that showed an actual Category 1 that made landfall. It showed the pressure getting down to 880 millibars. I don't know what it is. I think NAM doesn't consider, I don't think NAM considers sea surface temperatures. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it's mostly a thunderstorm model. Let's see. What's up, Weather on the Go? Hope you're doing good, man. Say Northern Illinois is my neck of the woods. I'm in the bullseye, hoping for a bow echo. I did see potential of MCS formation out there. Yeah, it looks pretty solid. You might get something. I need a nice wall cloud or shelf cloud picture this year. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, man. I hear you. Yeah, let's hop back up to the upper Midwest here. Take a look and see what we got going on. Let's see. Okay, so when it comes to starting Saturday, that's the day. Yeah, you see that amplified mid-level, amplified lower-level shear here for late Saturday. That would be a result of an MCS, according to NAM. But it's NAM, you know that. But yeah, so look at that. Pretty solid. I'm going to grab a sample in the inflow. If you grab one inside the storm, it's contaminated and it's not giving you a good representation of the atmosphere around you. Okay, ooh, a little bit of a cap there. Should be able to break through that surf. Yeah, there's a lot of cape on our surf or lower levels that should just punch right through. Yeah, especially with enough lift. So that shouldn't be an issue. Wind shear, we got that veering lower levels. Yeah, there could be a couple MCS tornadoes, and the problem with those, those MCS tornadic those MCS tornadoes, is that most of them are rain wrapped. So there could be a concern with that at some point. Let's see. Yeah, pretty good. Kinematic table here. Wow. Yeah, look at that effective inflow layer, SRH there. I've always learned that effective inflow layer helicities are probably the better way of doing things. Rather than surface 1, surface 3, inflow layer is the best, because that's literally measuring your inflow layer. Yeah, 192 SRH from a sounding like that could support, especially given those photographs, could support a couple of maybe lower, maybe upper, or maybe lower, maybe upper lower type of tornadoes. Nothing, no outbreak or anything like that. A couple tornadoes possible. Let's see. I saw a 12Z ECMWF, which is looking pretty nice for Northern Illinois for both Sunday and Monday. Oh, interesting. Yeah, those severe weather is going to continue in for those days too. Isabel says MCS tornadoes are rain wrapped and hard to warn because they're so quick and weak, but can still be dangerous. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you know it. They get the circulations develop inside of the MCS there, and it's just covered in rain. It just makes it hard, especially at nighttime. This event here could very well continue into overnight hours. I mean, 03 Zulu, that's 11 p.m. Eastern. That would be 10 o'clock. This would be nighttime, by the way, at this point in time. So that would be... that could be not only rain wrap potential, but there could also be some concerns regarding nocturnal rain wrapped, even worse. So just don't wait to see or hear it, because there's a chance you might not be able to. That's, like I said, if that threat materializes. We'll see. For late Saturday. And I'm sure the few other little blips that formed out there. Nothing. Yeah. Once again, that's NAM, though. I'm real curious to see when the HRRR runs come to it, which they're starting to. They're starting to get there. We top out at 0 Zulu for Sunday. So that's 8 Eastern, 7 Central. But... yeah, it looks like a pretty good amount of thunderstorm activity will work its way around the upper Midwest. Seems pretty solid. Looks like here for kind of morning. Yeah, this is pretty much morning of Saturday. Could see maybe a little bit of storm activity near Minneapolis, St. Paul area. It's a possibility. Let's see. Yeah, instability wise, yeah, seems pretty reasonable. 2-3 2-3K joules per kilogram there of mean layer instability. It's pretty solid. One thing I do want to look at though is our moisture advection here. So yeah, there's some pretty high dues out there, you know, all across the upper Midwest. You know, we're talking dues in the 60-70 range. It's perfect. So it's safe to say moisture won't be an issue. Very humid, you're going to realize. Yeah, once you get higher dew points, usually do represent some more muggier conditions. So it's going to be a little nasty. But don't get me wrong, this is lucky compared to what I've had to deal with in some days here in Florida. We've had dew points in the 80s here in Florida, which is just, oh my goodness. Yeah, if you're not used to it, it's definitely a wake-up call. What's up, Tori? Hope you're doing good. Isabel says, all right, I'm going to get off now. Night, everyone. You too, Isabel. Thanks for joining. But yeah, so yeah, definitely enough moisture supply in the storm there. That's, you know, it's definitely should be enough to get things done. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, we actually we just reached an hour too. I think we're probably gonna head off here soon too, guys. My phone just hit 20% as well, so I need to plug in my phone. But yeah, tomorrow on the table, when it comes to it, overall, tomorrow morning I'm going to do another live stream for you guys. Yeah, this is before the hangout stream. So tomorrow evening, probably around 8 o'clock, we'll do a hangout stream, just to chat and have fun. Then of course here for tomorrow morning though, early tomorrow afternoon I should say, we'll do another update for severe weather. Just update you guys. But yeah, no coverage is needed tomorrow. Saturday we will need coverage. Sunday we will do as well, and Monday as well. So we're lining up coverage starting Saturday, going through Sunday and Monday. But tomorrow's our hangout stream. So and a weather update stream. Weather Nego says, I've learned to never look at models with dew points this time of the year. Whatever they show increase by about 5 to 6 degrees because of transpiration. Gotcha. Actually, I've never heard of that. That's pretty interesting. I'm surprised I've never heard of that before. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. That's interesting. What about Ohio? Yeah, nothing big coming up for Ohio. Ohio's just doing Ohio things. Yeah, nothing crazy going on out there. Pretty calm. We do got potential for a couple non-severe storms, I should say. Sorry, coming up here for Saturday, even tomorrow for central and western portions as possible. So, anyways, all right, y'all. Well, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for now. Hope to see you guys later on. Like I said, we'll definitely be here later on. Let's see here. Question: why does my stream look different than everyone else's? I'm watching it on YouTube. It's different to navigate a phone because I'm visually impaired. Oh, so yeah, there's two different ways of streaming on YouTube. There is through YouTube Shorts is what we're doing right now. So you know, like the shorts that you watch and then you scroll. This is the kind of live stream we're doing for YouTube Shorts. But we also do live streams, normal live streams. The one you can see that's a lot better. But yeah, so I do those as well, but we're not doing that one right now. This was just kind of a quick little update on the weather. So, but yeah. Also called corn sweat. Crops give moisture back into the atmosphere, increasing dew point. Wow, really? That's probably why I've never heard of it before. That's crazy, dude. That's wild. They say you learn something every day, and well, that took the cake for it. Thanks for explaining that, man. That's pretty cool. All right, y'all. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for now. We'll be back live later on. Like I said, we'll be back live later on tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, we're gonna pull up another. Whoops! How did that happen? I accidentally opened 2 tabs there. But tomorrow we're going to do an update live stream early afternoon, anywhere from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do a live stream on an update for the weather. Then, of course, here for tomorrow evening, we'll do our Hangout live stream around 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. So, alrighty, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for joining. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Leave it a like. Be much appreciated. And you guys take care now. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see ya tomorrow. See you later, guys.